And now it's Boomer Life.
Lifestyle ideas designed to make your life more engaging, meaningful, and complete.
Celebrating the baby boomer generation. This is Boomer Life.
Welcome back to the program. We're talking health, the importance of a good and healthy night's sleep with our sleep solution experts, Dave Temlett and Terry Harder from Innovative Sleep Solutions in South Surrey at 3033 King George Boulevard, right across the King George from the South Surrey Auto Mall. Wanted to ask you, we talked about the biomagnetic beds, and then you started talking about some of the other product lines that are carried in the store, Dave. You mentioned, for example, it's just a curiosity question. I don't know about the bedding and sleep industry. We do new cars every year in the fall. That's standard. They come out in September, October.
Right.
When do the new product lines in the sleep industry come out? Is it spring or fall?
Oh, that's a great question. It's right now.
Oh, really?
It's right now. So we've got, on that note, we've got some great floor models that we're clearing out. Very, very good quality, medium to upper end. We've got some latex, organic latex, Certipure memory foam mattresses, some pocket coil spring sets, and we're clearing the floor models out at great prices. And again, we're not going to be undersold. You go and shop around at 5 or 6 places, come in and see us last, and you're going to get a much better price from us.
I wanted to ask you about this is a term that I'm just still becoming familiar with, and this is flippable mattresses versus one-side mattress. And I guess I'm kind of old school because I remember when I was a kid and I used to have to make my bed.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of the deal. Every couple of weeks you had to flip the mattress, and you'd flip it from top to bottom, and you'd flip it over as well. And then the industry went kind of down a strange street, Dave, and started making non-flip mattresses. What's the proper industry term for those?
One-sided.
One-sided, okay.
One-sided.
Why did they do that?
Well, there's a saying, I believe it's called planned obsolescence.
Okay.
Speaking of the car industry.
Speaking of my youth and the car industry in those days, which was all about planned obsolescence.
Right. So in this case, the manufacturers universally, they all know that the mattresses are going to have a longer lifespan. Typically speaking, on a spring-filled mattress with padding on either side of the mattress.
Right.
So they can save money by taking it off one side, not putting the foam on there, but they haven't really dropped the pricing all that much. So they're making more money. The products aren't going to last as long, and they know that the customer is going to end up being back to buy more mattresses much sooner rather than later. So it's keeping the factories going.
Oh, because, why wouldn't customers have said, nice try, but I prefer the old school two-sided mattress? Has the industry just said, well, tough darts, you're only getting one-sided from now on?
Pretty much. Universally, that's pretty much what they've done. So with our experience and networking that we've got in the industry, we went to Restonic, and they have made a line of double-sided for us. So we actually do carry a line. They're chiropractic mattresses made by Restonic. They've got additional lumbar support in the center third area to give additional support where you need it the most.
Okay.
And they come in several different firmnesses, such as firm, medium, or soft, and or plush, as they call it in the industry. And these are made exclusively for us. Nobody else in the Lower Mainland is carrying them.
Interesting that you would mention the different, because when I went into the store and I did the biomagnetic bed experiment with the soft, medium, and firm models, each exactly the same size. They were all queens, I think, when I was in the store that day. And I prefer the firm myself. And according to this sleep survey that I was quoting off the beginning of the program, it's about a 50-50 split, men and women. Men preferring the firm mattress, 49%, and women, 50%, saying the medium mattress was the key to sweet dreams for them. So even there, you've got the variation in preferences, one to the other.
Well, it's interesting because in our experience, personally, I see that most the trend there, the customers that we deal with are typically going for something a little bit softer or more plush than the last bed they had.
Interesting.
And as we get older, our blood circulation naturally deplenishes, so it slows down, and we tend to get colder longer. We get cold hands, we get cold feet, and that's because our circulation is diminished somewhat. So by having a little bit of extra padding on the top of the mattress, it gives you some comfort on top of the support underneath. And as a result, it allows for your blood to circulate properly.
Right. And again, it's all about good health as good health relates to good sleep. And according to the most recent survey I found, and this is literally 2 weeks old, Canadians still, and the quote, direct quote, Canadians are confronting a sleep epidemic, says the person who wrote this and conducted this survey of hundreds of us back east, basically saying we don't sleep enough and we're not sleeping on good quality products in the first place.
That's so true.
Yeah. But with respect to the flippable or two-sided mattresses, I would think even if you're looking at just investing in a decent quality mattress, why wouldn't you go for a two-sided mattress that would likely extend the lifespan of that mattress? Terry, it makes perfect sense to me.
Absolutely, Sterling. Part of it also is a lot of people have platform beds and so on, that they like the one-sided mattress on the platforms and so on because it doesn't allow the mattress to sit up as high. Plus, latex and memory foam are becoming more and more popular in the market. And so people are looking for different needs, but we still have a lot of people that come into our store and are looking just for the two-sided. They won't settle for anything else. And again, that's part of our being innovative, is that we bring in what people need. It's just basically filling a need, and people come in and that's what they want, is two-sided.
So if you're out shopping for mattresses and you're looking for one of those old school two-sided ones that I would certainly be looking for, and you're just striking out store after store after store, they're not particularly interested in your needs, are they? So you're going to have to just keep plugging away until you find your way down to South Surrey and meet the lads at Innovative Sleep Solutions.
Well, and again, it comes down to that most of the people in the mattress industry are selling on commission, so they have a somewhat a personal objective. They want to make the most money they can off the customer, and they'll lead them to a product, for example, where they're getting a bonus or a spiff. Well, that's in the salesperson's best interest. It's not in the consumer's best interest.
Right, okay.
And again, as we discussed on previous shows, Terry and I deliberately don't participate in factory spiffs. We actually take that money that they're offering to us, and we have it applied to the cost of the product to bring the cost down.
Oh.
So we can actually apply that, cost saving directly to the customer.
So the manufacturer's bonus, instead of getting put in your pocket, gets subtracted from the price of the unit.
That's right.
Good for you.
Naturally, the markup can be quite a bit less. So if you're looking at some products out there that have various different claims and so forth, a lot of them will have a licensing fee for big brand names that go back to the name of that organization, for example. Let's talk about the Ironman, for example. We used to sell the Ironman, Terry and I did, when we were at Heritage Beds, before we took over the same store and changed the name to Innovative. But those products, you're paying probably around $300 for licensings right out of the mattress cost, and then on top of that, they spiff them.
What is licensing? What do you mean by that term?
Well, it's a royalty that the Ironman will get from the manufacturer for using their name.
I see. Okay.
So you take that. You've got $300 to $500 in added cost to the product for that alone, and the manufacturer, or the retailer rather, has to have a markup on that. So who's paying for that?
Right.
The customer.
Well, it's interesting. We have just a minute or so left, and we began this program glowingly speaking of the educated Canadian consumer and how many of us are at least trying to increase our knowledge base before we go off and spend money on new products for our homes and for our lives. And I think the suggestion here is, as both our guests, Dave and Terry, have pointed out on a couple of occasions, the homework never stops because, well, you need to go to sleep tonight again, too, don't you? And probably will tomorrow. And so when your homework and your searching, it takes you to Innovative Sleep Solutions, get ready to meet a couple of people who have a lot of answers and a lot of time for you.
Absolutely. Plus, we back it up with we stand behind everything we sell with a 120-night comfort exchange. So if you don't like the feel of any bed that you buy from us, you can bring it back and pick another one.
InnovativeSleep.ca is the website. Check it out. There's all the products we've been talking about for the last hour right there at your fingertips. And then hop in the car and pop down to South Surrey. The address again is 3033 King George Boulevard, right across from the South Surrey Auto Mall. Dave Temlett and Terry Harder, good to see you again, fellas.
Thanks for having us,
Thank you,
Sterling.
Sterling.
See you next time on Boomer Life.